Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is a Get Ready With Me makeup tutorial by Top Shelf Tammy. While I got you here, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is an everyday makeup look and I'm going to show you how to get it in 25 minutes. As you can see here, I have started out with filling and lining my brows with a black brow pencil. I am just filling in and just defining my brows a little bit more. I have clean brows that has been freshly waxed and we're just giving it a little bit more volume and a little bit more shape. Right there, I am using the opposite end of that brush just to buff everything out so that it's not a harsh black look. Because again, this is an everyday look, so we don't really want really dark anything with this look. I am now using just a little bit of water and a Q-tip to clean my brows up. This is going to kind of correct those mistakes, give me a little bit more definition before we get to concealing. I am just going back in now at this point, just fill it in just a tad bit more, and I'm also getting the center of my eyebrows, bringing them closer into my face. This is going to give me that ombre shaded effect. Just a little bit more cleaning before we get to concealing again. All right, now we're concealing. We're going to start with the under eye area, and then I'm going to go in under my brow. We're just going to drag that from the center of the face out to the edge of the brow and cleaning it up and giving me a really nice defined look. We started with the under eye because we want to give it a chance to dry down while we're outlining the eyebrows. So while it dry, I go back to just adding a little bit more so that we can have enough concealer to do everything I needed to do. And you guys are going to understand why in just a second. So now I am using my beauty blender. Again, I'm going in with a little bit of water on my beauty blender because I do not like a dry beauty blender for this look. This is going to help to spread the concealer evenly around the areas that I'm going to conceal. So I started out with my under eye. Oh no, I'm sorry. I started out under my brow and then I worked around to my under eye, my forehead area. That's going to help define the center and right above your brow. As you can see, it starts to color correct and we are starting to get rid of some of that darkness around the eye area. I'm also dragging a concealer down a little bit into my cheek area so that it's giving it a blended effect and not just boom everything in the eye area. My song was on. So again, I'm doing the same thing on the other side. I am blending above my eye on the eyelid area. We are blending the under eye. We're making sure we don't over blend into the eyebrow. Putting a little on the forehead. And at this point, I started to take it over my whole forehead area. So I'm just actually grabbing a little bit more concealer from my eye area. And now I'm blending it down into my cheekbone area. And take that the rest of the way down my face because we're actually just going to use that concealer for your whole face. So this is going to help give you a really even look without having to switch from foundation to concealer and super blend and make sure everything is correct. This is just one product and we're just going to use it all over the face. So again, just going back to that eye area, blending and just grabbing some of that concealer and adding it to my forehead area. Now just adding it to the spots that we missed. Just adding it to the chin, the upper lip, the nose. And like I said, this is going to help give you that finished look all over your face and very one tone. Because as I mentioned before, this is a natural, just everyday look. So we're not going to have the highlighter, the blushes, and everything like that. This is just going to give you a natural, very natural, even tone. There you see I am just reblending before we set, because you want to do this so that you don't crease. So now I am setting with my, like a natural brown Fenty setting powder. So I set my eyes, I'm doing my forehead, and I'm basically going to set my whole face with this powder. Again, this is going to give you a very even skin tone all over your face. Now I am lining my upper lash line. With just a black liner. Not too much. We're not doing anything thick because, like I said, this is a natural everyday look. We're just going to do a little bit to the bottom waterline. I am now gluing my lashes. I like to glue my lashes and then give them time to sit a little bit before I put them on. So I am just lining my lips now, just giving my lashes and the glue a little bit of time to sit. Now we're going to add the lashes, which I actually kind of messed up a little bit because we shouldn't have added the lashes before we did the actual eyelids. But for the sake of this video, and because we're just doing a very natural beat and just a little eyeshadow, I think it will be okay. It didn't mess up the lashes or anything. Oh, that lash was giving me problems, y'all. It did not want to stick. I think I waited a little too long. So I go back and I just put just a tad bit more glue. And because I let it already dry down before, it just makes it tacky, not wet. So it went right on that second time. Just cleaning it up a little bit because I think I got a little glue. So I just cleaned it up. Just pressing them in. We don't want any lashes flying away while we out and about. So now at that point, I'm just getting an eyeshadow brush and I'm going in with a very natural brown eyeshadow. And we're just going to blend that in, work that in there real good. And you can actually start to see the eye coming along. You can see the difference in the eyes. And then we just do that with both sides. And it just gives it a more finished, polished look. Even though that brown is not too far off from my skin color. But it just gives the look a more finished look. So we grab another pencil and then we are going to add some of that eyeshadow to your bottom waterline. And what that is going to do is it's going to break up the harshness from the black transitioning into the concealer. And it's going to add a layer in between there. So we always do that. And now just patting the powder down again, setting. Just relining my lips with a brown pencil. Adding a little gloss because we are almost done. Alrighty, and I am using some setting spray that I just got from the the beauty supply store. I actually did not like that setting spray, but for this look, it worked. And boom, we are done, ladies. Have a nice one.